Thank you for listening to REED-BBS.
REED-BBS. BBS. I don't hide the fact that David Benavidez, El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez, El Monstro, I don't hide the fact that he's one of my 5 favorite fighters. In no particular order. There's my dude, my bruh, my Tomodachi Naoya Inoue. There's Shakur Stevenson. There's Jaron Boots Ennis. There's Jesse. Bam. Whoa, bam. Bam. Rodriguez. And yes, there's David Benavidez. They're all right there. And depending on who's fighting a particular weekend, that's my favorite fighter of the moment. But with that said, I don't like the way that David Benavidez has now been anointed the WBC light heavyweight champion. In this modern era of boxing, where on one hand we got the fighters, more than ever, fighters want to unify. Not just unify, they want to be undisputed. They want all 4 belts. I love how more and more divisions are aiming for this. But a negative byproduct of that is the sanctioning bodies don't like it, so they immediately have guys fight for interim titles, and with that, they institute these stupid-ass mandatories. Knowing bigger fights are happening for the greater good of boxing, you can always count on a sanctioning body to sneak in this meaningless mandatory just to kind of, to fuck the food up a little bit, throw some bad taste into it, to sully the water. The water's blue. Here, let me throw this big-ass clump of mud in this otherwise blue water. That's what the sanctioning bodies do. We have Dimitri Bivol, who is the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. Dimitri Bivol, I thought he beat Beterbiev the first time, and I picked Beterbiev the first time. Nonetheless, I had Bivol winning the first fight. We all know he won the second fight. And rightfully, they should finish and complete the trilogy, even though I think Bivol will win the third fight and in effect would have beaten him 3 times. In my opinion, still. The fact is, Beterbiev could have taken his victory from the first fight and told Bivol to go kick rocks, but he didn't. So it's only fair and it's admirable that Bivol will return the favor when he could kick Beterbiev when he's down. No, he's going to give him a third and final time, and they're going to go their separate ways after that. But then this gets back to the WBC, where not just them, but sanctioning bodies proper always fucking shit up. We got this third fight over here. Everybody wants it. It's justifiable. Oh, well, that's David Benavidez is the mandatory. So if you're not going to fight him next, we're going to strip you, even though you just now became the undisputed light heavyweight champion. Like, that's bullshit, but that's sanctioning bodies going to do what sanctioning bodies going to do. That's how their maths. It is what it is. With that said, Dimitri Bivol is still no less the undisputed light heavyweight champion. And now you got my man Benavidez over here on some email championship. That's the negative byproduct of the sanctioning bodies in this era where fighters are pushing more and more to unify and become undisputed. The saddest part of this is for Benavidez. I mean, he's only at light heavyweight because Canelo Alvarez refuses to fight him at super middleweight. So my man moved on up like George and Wheezy to light heavyweight, where, let's be clear, David Benavidez is not a light heavyweight. Yes, he was a big-ass super middleweight, but against Volzdik, he was clearly smaller than Volzdik. Even against David Morrell, who himself just recently moved up to light heavyweight also, Benavidez was the smaller man. And he's going to be the smaller man against Bivol. And he can't beat Bivol. David Benavidez, stylistically, Bivol is tailor-made to beat him. Not dominate him, not embarrass him, but he'll outpoint him. It'll be 8-4-ish, 7-5-ish decision as such. He can't beat Dimitri Bivol. So it's which makes it even more silly to me that the WBC is stripping Bivol of his newly won undisputed championships. Like, it's lame. But again, that's what sanctioning bodies do. One thing we can count on is a sanctioning body to do some lame ass shit. So nothing changes for me. David Benavidez is still one of my 5 favorite fighters. But I'm a realist. You can be one of my favorites, and I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, you can't beat this motherfucker over here. I'm glad he has the title. I don't like how he's acquired the title. He will eventually fight Bivol and lose to Bivol. I'll still be cheering for Benavidez along the way. But let me be clear. Not only is Dimitri Bivol the undisputed light heavyweight champion, Dimitri Bivol beats any fighter in boxing below heavyweight. Anybody that's not a heavyweight, Dimitri Bivol beats them. I said what I said. REED-BBS, BBS. Black Burke Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television! Brett Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.